The big shots, Michael Moriarty. Can't get any bigger than him. He was in Law and Order. He was DA. He's 84. Alan Clark of the Hollies, he is 83 today. Max Gale, no relation, because he spelled his name wrong. He was in The Sons of Daughters. Also in Barney Miller, he was Max. And he's 82 today. Jane Asher, she got famous by dating Paul McCartney. She's 79. Her brother was also famous. And Agnetha Falskott, Waveba. I think she's the blonde one. She's 75 today. We have guitarist Mike McCready of Pearl Jam. He's 59. Musician Paula Cole. She's one of the Cowboys, and she's 57. Krista Allen of Baywatch, and What About Brian? 54 today. And Pharrell Williams, he is a kind of an all-round guy. 52 years old today. Pharrell does just about everything and produces just about everybody. Those are the big shots, big shot birthdays. We got the local people coming up.
Live from the prestigious Augusta National Golf Club, exclusive updates from the Masters Golf Tournament on AM 1230 KXO. Tune in for the reports. Brought to you by Rush Steel and Supply and by CET, the Center for Employment Training.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Kelso Ruiz, Mary Apalategui, Nayali Vasquez, Abby Flores, Paolo Alvarado, Vince Ovando, Debbie Bracamonte, Denise Berg, Erica Espinosa, Luis Garcia, Nanette Conway, Connie Zuniga, Leo Garcia, Beto Jose Armenta, and Alejandro Guzman. Happy birthday to each and every one.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game. So I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in California at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are now ready for the World and California News headlines, brought to you by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe. Let's start off with the world news.
CBS News Brief. An almost all-nighter for the Senate, voting on the framework for a GOP budget bill. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Senate Democrats gave Senate Republicans the chance to hit the kill switch on Donald Trump's tariffs, on DOGE, on the attacks against Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid.
Republican Senator Bill Cassidy spoke out against one of the many Democratic amendments that did not get through.
Increasing a wage by more than 230%, even over 5 years, will destroy jobs.
The White House will have a visit next week from the first foreign leader wanting to negotiate tariffs with President Trump. CBS News has confirmed that Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is planning to meet with Trump on Monday. It's going to cost you more money to try to get rich. Here's CBS's Jared Hill.
The price of a Mega Millions game goes from $2 to $5.
And March Madness continues with the NCAA Men's Final Four playing today. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. President Trump's tariffs could significantly affect California exports. That's according to a study from the Public Policy Institute of California. Governor Newsom says the state is a solid trading partner.
California, the 10th pole of the U.S. economy, 14% of the U.S. GDP, the fifth largest economy in the world, the dominant manufacturing state in America.
California also sends out about $15 billion in agriculture exports. A Northern California man is trying to find out whoever damaged his Tesla Jason Bedell of Novato is offering a $25,000 reward for information on who damaged his Cybertruck.
Slashed all 4 of the tires and then went to the front of the truck, picked up a giant cement brick, threw it 2 or 3 times against the front windshield.
Tesla owners claim their cars are being attacked by opponents of Elon Musk. Health officials say 3 people have died of the hantavirus in Mammoth Lakes. Bob McClay, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Enter to win a $50 gift certificate from 360 Business Product. No purchase necessary, and you need not be present to win. Simply log on to kxoradio.com. Click on the 360 Business Products Enter to Win giveaway link with your name, email address, or phone number, and you're entered. Or call KXO Radio 760-352-1230 with your name, address, and phone number. Your $50 value gift certificate can be redeemed for office products from 360 Business Products. Winner can win once a year. Winner to be announced end of every month.
Congratulations, Russ Steel Supply. 360 Office Products $50 gift certificate winner for March.
And we are now ready for local news, page 1, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at Imperial Valley Mall. Today is Saturday, April 5th. A lot of stuff going on. We have the Children's Fair. We have, it's all kinds of good stuff. There is actually a Easter egg hunt today. We've got information on all of that. In fact, Carol Buckley, he's got the information right here.
The 44th Annual Children's Fair is today. It's presented by the Child Abuse Prevention Council and the Imperial County Office of Education. It'll be a day full of free activities, music, train rides, animals, free entertainment stages, and there will be food. The fair at Buckland Park in El Centro starts at 10, runs till 2 p.m. And if you're an early bird, you can get started with an Easter egg hunt in the city of Calexico. It'll be held at Crummett Park beginning at 9 a.m. today. Organizers say there will be over 10,000 Easter eggs for the kids to find. The event will feature music, food vendors, and plenty of fun activities for the kids. It's open to kids of all ages, and entrance is completely free. Bring an Easter basket and a lawn chair and enjoy.
And Calipatria City Council will be meeting on Tuesday. The meeting, according to the agenda, should be a relatively short meeting. There is only one action item. The council will be asked to approve a resolution amending the City of Calipatria Conflict of Interest Code and the list of designated employees. The council convenes into closed session at 5:30 Tuesday evening. Open session begins at 6 p.m. with public comments. We'll have more in just a minute.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for El Centro Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentromotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
And the DEA has issued a scam warning. They say scammers are impersonating DEA administration officials. They call potential victims using fake names and fake badge numbers. They also use the names of well-known DEA officials or police officers in local departments. The approaches are very variable. They vary, but they may use urgent and aggressive tones, threaten arrest, prosecution, or imprisonment, demand money via wire transfer or gift card numbers, and they will ask for personal information such as social security numbers and a date of birth. If contacted, do not give any personal information and report the incident to the FBI. And distracted driving. Brawley Police Department is participating in the statewide event.
April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and Brawley Police say they are participating, as is the El Centro Police Department. The month of April designated Distracted Driving Awareness Month statewide. Brawley Police say participating in the effort to prevent distracted driving will save lives on the roads. The department is reminding drivers to stay focused, keep your eyes forward, keep your hands on the wheel. According to Brawley Police, if you're checking a phone, eating, or making other distractive movements, it could have devastating consequences. Brawley Police Department will be actively looking for drivers throughout the month who are in violation of the state hands-free cell phone laws as well.
And that is it. Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Come enjoy the Yuma County Fair now through Sunday. Sponsored in part by Equipment Share and Country Club RV. Featuring fine arts, livestock show, 4-H and FFA exhibitors, home economics, horticulture, floral design, textiles, and needle art. Show your community support and visit the nonprofit food booth. Plus, enjoy the fun carnival rides, games, lots of vendors, and musical acts too. Bring the entire family. Fair tickets are $7 for 12 and up, $5 for 6 to 11, and 5 and under are free.
And we are now ready for page 2 of the local news, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every single day. Suspicious activity. Imperial County sheriffs would like your assistance in the suspicious activity.
Due to an increase of fires in the Holtville area, Imperial County Sheriff's deputies are asking that you report any suspicious activity to authorities. The fires involving haystacks, brush, and fields have increased in the agricultural area around Holtville. ICSO is asking for citizens to help stop the fires and find those responsible.
And the 2 Customs and Border Protection officers were arrested last week. 2 are suspected of allowing human smuggling at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Federal agents arrested Farles Almonte and Ricardo Rodriguez last week. Prosecutors are charging them with multiple counts related to bringing undocumented migrants into the U.S. for financial gain. The 2 Customs and Border Protection officers drew suspicion after it was reported that they were making suspiciously large deposits into their bank accounts. Officials say they suspect the 2 were working with human smugglers who would notify them when a load of people were ready to cross the border illegally. The 2 would allow the illegal vehicle to cross through the traffic lanes that they were working at the port. Prosecution says they were paid thousands of dollars for each crossing. They say Almonte permitted 45 such crossings all by himself. The 2 remain in custody while prosecutors appeal a judge's decision to allow them bail. Both of them were allowed bail, and that's being appealed. Well, we catch weather coming up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For March specials, enjoy our drink of the month, the Irish Gold, or an ice cold Guinness on tap. Our plate of the month for March is chicken poblano pasta. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 79 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 53. National Weather Service says gradual warming and drying conditions are expected this weekend as the slow-moving low-pressure system exits the region. High pressure will then spread into the region Sunday into early next week, allowing a quick warm-up and temperatures reaching to above normal readings starting on Monday. The high-pressure system will strengthen further through the middle of next week, resulting in the highs steadily climbing well into the 90s to around 100 degrees across the lower deserts by Thursday. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 83. North to northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 56. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, highs right near 86. North to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies. Overnight lows around 55. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. Monday, sunny with the highs right near 92. Winds will be calm throughout the day on Monday. And right now we're looking at 61 degrees, 29% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is still good throughout the region. The wind should pick up later this afternoon and take care of that. That's it. That's a local news page 2 and the weather brought to you by Pine Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner during the family. Bring the family or meet your friends, all at Burgers and Beer. Nice place to hang out.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And Sports Time is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. And March Madness continues. In fact, it's being ready to wrap up on the women's side. Their Final Four was played yesterday. The Texas lost. South Carolina eliminated Texas 74-57. UConn upset UCLA 85-51. So they're all set for their national championship. That'll be played tomorrow. UConn, number 2 UConn takes on number 1 South Carolina, going for another upset. That is tomorrow, the national championship for women's basketball. Men's college basketball, the Final Four is today. This afternoon, both games will be heard right here on 1230 KXO. Florida takes on Auburn, Houston at Duke. As you know, every one of them top-ranked team. That's the Final Four for the men. Whoever wins that one will go against each other in the national championship Monday, April 7th on AM 1230 KXO. This station right here. Major League Baseball, there are no longer any undefeateds in Major League Baseball. They both were taken care of yesterday. Tigers defeated the White Sox 7-4. Red Sox over the Cardinals 13-9. Cubs stopped the Padres undefeated this season by defeating the Padres 3-1. The Mets beat the Blue Jays 5-0. Athletics and the Rockies went into extra innings, 11 innings. Athletics won the game 6-3. Yankees beat the Pirates 9-4. Giants defeated the Mariners in 11 innings 10-9. Diamondbacks over the Nationals 6-4. Phillies stopped the Dodgers' undefeated season. Phillies beat the Dodgers 3-2. Braves over the Marlins 10-0. Shut them out. Royals over the Orioles 8-2. It was the Rangers 5-2 over the Rays. Brewers beat the Reds by a score of 3-2. Guardians over the Angels by a score of 8-6. We'll have more, a lot more, in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And on the NBA scoreboard, it was the Kings over the Hornets, 125-102. Pacers beat the Jazz, 140-112. Celtics got by the Suns, 123-103. Pistons defeated the Raptors, 117-105. It was the Bulls over the Trailblazers, 118-113. Rockets beat the Thunder out of the Thunder, 125-111. Cavaliers, 114-113, just squeaked by the Spurs. Warriors defeated the Nuggets 118-104. Lakers won. They beat the Pelicans 124-108. Clippers won. They beat the Mavericks 114-91. In National Hockey League, Alex Ovechkin, he wants to be the NHL's all-time goal leader, but under one condition. He says he does not want an empty net. Ovechkin tied Wayne Gretzky's record of 894 goals with two tallies in the Washington Capitals' 5-3 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks last night. However, when the Blackhawks pulled the goalie Spencer Knight late in the third period with the Capitals ahead 4-3, Ovechkin appeared to tell coach Spencer Carberry no and sat in the middle of the bench. He didn't want to play. He's not going to shoot against an empty goal. Wants to work for it. On the games yesterday, it was the Red Wings over the Hurricanes 5-3. Capitals beat the Blackhawks 5-3, and the Islanders got by the Wild by a score of 3-1. And in Paige Bucher's final collegiate game, she will have the opportunity to clinch what she always dreamed of achieving at UConn, a national championship. The presumptive number one pick in this month's WNBA draft, Bucher's and the two-seed Huskies demolished the number one overall seed UCLA, 85-51, major upset in the national semifinal Friday, recording the largest margin of victory in women's Final Four history to advance to the program's 13th national title game appearance. UConn became the first women's team in tournament history to beat a one seed by 30 or more points. I told you that was a big upset. 1 year after finishing with the worst record in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons are going into the playoffs for the first time since 2018-19. The Pistons punched their postseason ticket with a 117-105 victory over the Toronto on Friday night. No NBA team has gone from worst record than Detroit's 14 wins last season to earning a playoff berth the very next year. That's quite an accomplishment. The best start in Dodger history stays with Brooklyn. The World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers ran themselves out of a shot at keeping their undefeated season alive with a 3-2 loss with to the Philadelphia Phillies on Friday. That stuck to them with an 8-1 season. Brooklyn Dodgers got off to a 10-0 season in 1955. This year, the Dodgers can blame their first loss on sloppy and silly base running, which may be evidence of the other teams that there is a weakness with that team. Thomas Mueller will leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season, bringing an end to a 25-year career with the club after not being offered a new contract. In a message on social media, the 35-year-old, who started as a youth player and won a record 12 league titles with Bayern, the most by any Bundesliga player. Okay, he said that we didn't want to leave, but But he's going to anyway because they don't want to pay him. That makes sense. Stephen Curry split two Denver Nuggets defenders, knocked down a 20-foot pull-up shot while being fouled, and let out a scream while stomping his feet. Curry and the Golden State Warriors continued to make a noise Friday night, winning their fifth straight game with a 118-104 victory over the Nuggets at Chase Center. That's a look at sports. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for today's financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, business, or construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Wall Street plummeted for a second straight day on Friday as President Trump's tariffs escalated a global trade war and wiped out trillions of dollars in value from U.S. stock market. The two-day sell-off served as a financial community's most brutal warning yet about the potential fallout of Trump's trade policy. His investors and businesses and consumers are all expressing mounting terror about how these sweeping new taxes could upend the global economy. Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped over 2,200 points, or 5.5%, after dropping almost 4% on Friday. Tech-heavy NASDAQ and the benchmark S&P 500, which tracks the largest U.S. companies, each also tumbled nearly 6% on Friday. Also, all told, U.S. markets lost more than $6 trillion in value over the past 2 days, according to the Wall Street Journal. Okay, that's business. We've got some weather coming up.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 79 degrees. Overnight low this morning, 53. National Weather Service says gradual warming and drying conditions are expected this weekend as the slow-moving low-pressure system exits the region. High pressure will then spread into the region Sunday into early next week, allowing a quick warm-up and temperatures reaching to above normal readings starting on Monday. The high-pressure system will strengthen further through the middle of the week, which will result in the highs steadily climbing well into the 90s to around 100 degrees across the lower deserts by Thursday. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 83. Northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 56. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday. Highs right near 86. North to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour throughout the day. And right now, we're looking at 61 degrees, 29% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is still good throughout the region, everywhere. But then the wind's going to start kicking up this afternoon. That may change. That's it. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Check out the KXO website, kxoradio.com. You can follow us on Facebook, KXO Radio Imperial Valley. That's our Facebook page. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Great stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and of course, our website.
And it is 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Michael Wallace. As his tariffs fuel fears of a global trade war, President Trump posted on social media this morning, "This is an economic revolution." He said, "Hang tough." CBS's Weijia Jiang met a food market owner in South Florida who has already had to raise her prices.
Ahmed said she's already feeling the impact, with wholesalers charging her more for goods as they brace for the tariffs.
When tariffs kick in, who ends up paying for it? Unfortunately, that is the sad reality, is that we do have to impose this on the customers. I have to make money in order to pay my rent and pay my employees, pay my bills, to keep the store open and to keep being in business.
Trump argues his policies will help businesses, big and small. But JP Morgan's economic team released a new prediction, putting the chances of a near-term recession at 60%.
The Senate has approved a Republican budget resolution filled with spending cuts and tax breaks. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders had another issue on his mind.
It has been 16 years since the federal minimum wage has been raised.
The senator's time has
expired.
Now
is the time to address the crises facing working Americans.
CBS's Michelle Miller has the latest on the severe weather forecast for today.
Dangerous downpours and life-threatening flash flooding are set to pummel parts of the South and Midwest, already devastated by days of deadly storms. Heavy rains led to flash flood emergencies in Missouri last night. More than a dozen people were rescued in the Ozarks region. The same system also hit Kentucky hard. Officials along the border with Tennessee say it's the worst flooding in nearly 3 decades.
A new study warns the president's immigration crackdown could worsen the shortage of healthcare workers. Dr. Steffi Woolhander authored the study.
To my knowledge, there's no potential pool of workers who could fill these positions. Certainly, that's what the hospital executives are saying. It's what the nursing home industry is saying.
Alex Ovechkin has made hockey history. Here's a pass. Ovechkin scores! The Great Eight stand side by side with the Great One. As heard on Monumental Sports, the Capital sniper scored his 894th career goal, tying Wayne Gretzky's record. The Russian can break the record tomorrow on Long Island. San Antonio is hosting the NCAA Men's Final Four this weekend. Dawn Ann Larios heads the Texas Restaurant Association.
Our restaurants, our hotels, our downtown, our entire city needs it.
Tonight, Houston battles Duke. Florida takes on Auburn. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers. T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power Charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
It sounds like this pollen season will be a rough one.
It's that time of year again. Sneezing, runny noses, and watery eyes. It's pollen and allergy season. These people live in pollen-coated Raleigh, North Carolina.
It's horrible. It's just the worst it's ever been. I've always been affected by allergies, but this is the worst year ever.
It's literally everywhere. This is the most I've ever seen.
Allergy doctors say the pollen and allergy season is getting longer and more intense because of warming winters. Jim Crystal, CBS News, Raleigh, North Carolina.
A hawk that had been terrorizing a neighborhood in Harris, England, has finally been captured. The hawk had been dive-bombing residents for weeks. Some victims suffered bloody head wounds. It got so bad the Royal Mail Service stopped delivering in the area. The hawk was captured when it landed on a shed, and the shed's owner threw a cage over the bird. An expert says the hawk is a young male that may have been acting aggressively due to hormonal issues. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
You ask a lot of your liver, so give it the support it needs with Active Liver. You can find Active Liver at Amazon.com, or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Go to new, NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New Nordic.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me lay on you a so-so entertainer.
With George Gale.
Not much of a humanitarian, and this cat was never nobody's friend. You can applaud if you wanna.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.